Okay, it says we are live. Let's check this out. Streaming. Let me make sure that everything is working properly. Okay, dope. Dope sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this open. I'm gonna go ahead and enable super chats. Oop, wait. Sorry about that. We're gonna go ahead and get started in a second. What's the difference of a 56 and 75 millimeter gun on tanks? That's a good question. I used to be, excuse me, jeez. I used to be really into military history, and I'm pretty sure that's like the size of the shell. I'm not sure, but hold on. I'm looking at the stream now, and I'm trying to make it so everything looks fine. But let me go ahead and pull up. God, I've got so many freaking windows up. I've got OBS in the corner. Actually, I'm actually gonna put down. I'm gonna put OBS up here just so I have to look at the camera. Sorry, I should probably be way more ready to for this. So we're gonna go ahead and what's the powerhouse of the cell? The mitochondria. What's your personal computer setup? Currently, right now, I have an i5 9600K overclocked to 4.8 gigahertz. I have a GTX 1080 Founders Edition. I've got a Corsair H115i AIO cooling the CPU, and I've got 32 gigs of TimeTech RAM that TimeTech sent to me, man, almost a year ago now. Can't believe it's been that long. But yeah, it's suitably mid-range. I enjoy it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the first question. I'm going to go ahead and get started on gameplay just so you guys aren't sitting there bored. Yeah, sorry if I'm like super awkward. It's like raining out, and for whatever reason, rain just makes me super nervous, and I'm just super on edge for whatever reason. But we're going to go ahead and play Mob of the Dead just because I've got an itch to play Mob of the Dead. Okay, so the first question is, why do you use a membrane keyboard? So for those of you who don't know, I use a Corsair RGB keyboard. Give me a second. It's basically this. It's just an RGB key. I'm trying to get it in screen. It's just this. It's just a simple keyboard. I bought it just because my old keyboard just literally stopped working. Like, I've got it sitting under my desk right now. Trying to think of exactly what went wrong, but I took a bunch of keys off of it and tried cleaning everything out, tried replacing certain parts. It just didn't work out. So I just bought this because it was honestly relatively cheap, and I'm not looking for a high quality mechanical keyboard. I'm really not looking for a high quality keyboard. Keyboards to me don't particularly matter all that much. And then followed up by, are you aware that you bought a membrane keyboard? Yes, I am. Originally, I thought I saw it in, where did I buy this? I think I bought it at Fry's Electronics or Target, which is like Fry's Electronics is like a super Midwestern thing from what I know. But I walked in and I'm like, oh, I'm looking for a keyboard. Oh, what's going on with the stutter? Okay. But I was like, I'm looking for a keyboard, and I saw this and I'm like, oh, this looks really nice. And I thought it was a mechanical, and then I looked at it. I'm like, it's a membrane. It doesn't particularly matter. I'm not crazed about the Cherry MX2s or whatever. I'm not really up to date on keyboards, so I'm not 100% sure. And then the next question is, do you think the Xbox One Elite controller was worth it? In fact, I'm actually using it right now. I got this it was for my birthday 2 years ago, I think. My grandpa gave it to me, and if you are watching, hello grandfather, you might have heard me shout him out, Jeff, in a previous video, but he got it for me for my birthday, I think, and I actually really like it. The only thing that I don't use is I don't use the paddles on the back. They have like detachable paddles that you can take on and off. Usually, actually, hold on. Let me go ahead and put the live stream link into the Discord just so people know what's going on. Sorry about this, but I don't use the paddles just because to me it's just kind of awkward. I don't know why. I don't know. I just don't like the paddles. Sorry, let me go ahead and announce this on the Discord just so we can actually have. Oh, thank you, Dr. Bill. For putting that in there. Thank you. I was actually about to do that. But the Elite controller, I think it's a nice controller. Is it worth? I don't even know how much you can buy them for nowadays, but with the second gen Elite controller coming out, I think the first gen one might not be worth picking up anymore. Maybe if this was like a year or two ago, but they're a nice controller. I'm actually kind of interested in looking at the second gen Elite controller, just because, as you can see here, I am a controller plebeian and I play games like a pleb. Wolven Lunacy asks, which is a Patreon, or a patron. Sorry, I cannot talk today. I just got done cutting the grass, so I'm like a little tired. But how are you doing, buddy? I'm doing pretty well. How about you, Wolven Lunacy? Like I said, I just got done cutting the grass, so I'm tired. I actually just kind of washed my face off. What's the best budget GPU in your professional opinion? You know, that's a good question. If we're talking about going the used route, I'd probably say the RX 580 or maybe the GTX 1060 if you can find one. But if we're going like buying new, I'm going to say that's probably under the $200 mark. Probably it just say Wolven, no need to say everything, sorry. But I'm trying to think, because there's not that many options available. The one that comes right off the bat is the 1050 Ti. Which honestly is, I'm not trying to sound like a negative Nancy, but it's not that great anymore. It's good for 900p gaming, but if I had to pick something, probably the RX 570, if you're going to buy that new, just because you can find one literally for like, man, how much did my friend just buy one for? 140, I think. You can buy them new for like super cheap, so probably the RX 570. And let's go on to some more AMA topics. 8 gig though. Yeah, definitely the 8 gig version of the RX 570. 4 gig if you really just want a card, but for 2019, moving into the 2020s, 8 gigs is probably the safer bet just because a lot of 1080p games are starting to use more than 4 gigs, which is honestly kind of hard for me to believe because I remember back when games only used like 2 gigs and you were fine if you had like a 768 meg card, but not anymore. But let's move back onto the AMA topics on the Discord. Sorry about this. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down just so I can actually read it properly. I mean, I can play games at max settings even though I shouldn't, Lamau. Yeah, I mean, if for 1080p, the 570 is great. I'm trying to think. I think it's about on par with the RX 480 back when I did a test of it. When I tested the RX 480 back in, I think it was January, but they're pretty similar when it comes to trying to think of the proper term in terms of performance. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on like answering a couple of different questions. How do you feel about PNY? Honestly, I've only had a limited experience with PNY. The only sort of thing that I've actually like used from PNY, 1080p 144 hertz Doom Ultra Vulkan, yeah, that's the experience. I currently use a 4K monitor, so I just saw my 1080 just rock 4K. It actually runs all right on a 1080. It ran all right on my 1070 as well. But either way, back to PNY. To be completely honest, I have very limited experience with PNY. The only sort of thing that I know about them is that they make a lot of budget-focused cards. For example, I remember they were very popular back in the day with the 750 Ti. The PNY version, and then the Palette. I remember Palette is in a pretty similar league to them in terms of quality. And I think Palette's fine. I think PNY is fine. If you're looking for a graphics card, it's a piece of electronic hardware and it works. Maybe the cooling solution isn't exactly the best, but it's still a graphics card. I still think it's fine for what it is. You get what you pay for, whatever. And Miklos Koza, sorry, I can't pronounce things that aren't in English because I'm an American. He says hello, and I say hello back. Next question is, where do you see the channel in, or sorry, followed up by what company, in your opinion, makes the best GPUs? Like GPU models, not actual GPUs. Okay, so this isn't a NVIDIA versus AMD question. Honestly, probably MSI. And I also really like the build quality of the new Founders Edition cards from NVIDIA. Even though, like you said, oh, it's by like third-party manufacturer, not by first-party, I still think MSI probably makes the best, just because their cooling solutions are basically overkill for what they want them to do. I'm going to send you my 144 hertz so you can experience Doom 144 hertz. That actually sounds dope as hell, not going to lie. And I'm looking for a cheap 144 hertz monitor. Do you have any recommendations? Honestly, I'm not too familiar with a lot of monitors. I know Asus makes a lot of good, relatively inexpensive, like 4K and 4K and 120 hertz monitors. They're still like $300 though, if you want to get something like that. But I don't particularly know. Can your computer run Minecraft? Yeah, but if I put the RTX mod on, no, it can't. I downloaded the RTX mod. I kind of want to play it right now just to kind of flex on y'all, but no, it doesn't run particularly well because I've got a 1080 and that doesn't have any of the RT features, but I want the 1080. Okay, so next question is, where do you see the channel in 2 years? Honestly, that's a good question, and I just realized I'm playing this like I play Blood of the Dead in Black Ops 4, so this isn't going to work. With ray tracing around what FPS? I can max it at around 1080p. I'm trying to think. I think it's 1 ray per pixel, so that's pretty low. Most games like Battlefield 5, even on the lowest settings, rock, I think, 3 rays per pixel. And even then you get some pretty chunky artifacting in the reflections. But 1 ray per pixel, I can run at about 20 FPS. So right off the bat, the RTX 2060 and the newly released RTX 2060 Super would absolutely kill my 1080, which is kind of shocking because this was a top-end card like a year ago or a year or two ago, which is kind of surprising. What do you think of the current tech market? I mean, CPU, GPU, motherboards, RAM. If you want to go on the CPU side of things, I think that what AMD is doing with the Ryzen CPUs is kind of interesting. I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with the 75 megs of cache on the CPU, which is ridiculous because the original Xbox had 64 megs of RAM, not system cache, and they renamed L3 cache to game cache or something, but it's the exact same thing. But I think it's kind of interesting. In terms of Intel, I think that what they did with the i7, with the 9th generation of processors, was, excuse me, I'm getting way ahead of myself. The 9th generation of processors, I think they kind of shot themselves in the foot in regards to the i7 line. I mean, it's still they're still great chips. With 3rd gen Ryzen possibly launching tomorrow, do you plan on trying it out, possibly switching? Honestly, no. If I was going to, I'd probably go to money on the Intel platform. So unfortunately, it will take a ton to get me to switch. But if Ryzen 9 proves to be, oh geez, I just went down, dope sauce. But if Ryzen 9 proves to be something that is a huge leap over the i7 line or the what I currently have, the i5 9600K, which actually beats out a Ryzen 7 in gaming performance, I want to say. But honestly, like I said, unless it's like a huge 20% increase in performance, probably not. But let's go to back to the AMA topics. Do you like water or air cooling for your CPU? Ryzen 7 3700X because of the TDP. Yeah, I actually heard that they're doing something with the TDP and the IPC. I don't know. We'll have to wait till tomorrow to see. But how goes your channel? Pretty bueno. I haven't been posting much lately because of some family related stuff. 65 watts for the Ryzen 7. Holy crap. I mean, that's actually pretty good, but I feel like the only reason that it's like that is because they're using 7 nanometers, just so they can try to keep heat down. But no, what was I saying? Oh, how goes my channel? Sorry, I'm blanking on so much stuff right now. Pretty good. I haven't posted in a while because of some family stuff, but I'm hoping to get back in the swing of things. But yeah, the Ryzen 7 3700X looks a little insane now that I'm looking at the TDP. The 3800X is 90, I think, or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't particularly matter to me. Wait, 4.4K. I swear yesterday you were at 1,000. Yeah, I know. This is growing relatively quickly. I'm really happy with the growth I've been seeing, even though it's been slowing down a little bit lately because I haven't been posting. But I've got plenty of content planned in the pipeline, so I just need to basically get off my butt and stop being lazy and actually produce some of it. But speaking of growing channels, one of the AMA questions is, where do you see the channel in 2 years? And that's actually a good question. With me going off to Purdue, I'm probably going to have way less time than I thought I would. Jeez, I am terrible at this game. Ajeb says, hey dude, what up? Pretty bueno, what up with you? But like I said, with me going into Purdue, I just got into the engineering program, so I'm going to be drowning in calculus and mathematics and a bunch of other things, and I'm about to just take a fat L in this game. But I'm going to be basically, geez, I am terrible at Mob of the Dead. I am going to be drowning in my head and work. So I don't know, but I'm going to be bringing my setup, my mic, all my recording stuff down to West Lafayette with me. So I'll still be able to produce videos, but probably not at a decent pace, but I don't know. Next question is, do you like air or water cooling for CPU? I prefer water just oh, okay. Dope sauce. Okay. Huh. Well, that was interesting. No, but I use water just because it's more efficient. It also doesn't just throw a ton of heat into my room, and I just like it. It's more convenient. And Backspace Studios asks, all right, the real question, Minecraft or Fortnite? Obviously Minecraft. Honestly, I never liked Fortnite. Back when I used to benchmark it for the cheap CPU and GPU series stuff, my God, I hated it so much. I like, I'm not saying that just to be like, oh, Fortnite is stupid. But like, I don't like Fortnite. I've never liked Fortnite. I'm not really a battle royale guy. Black Ops 4's blackout mode, it's a little iffy for me. PUBG, I'm not a huge fan of, even though I will play it just to benchmark it. But Fortnite, I don't even include it in benchmarks anymore because I literally hate playing it. Next AMA question is, do you fold or crumble your toilet paper? I fold it like a civilized human being. PC Master Race, obviously, but which console do you prefer and why? I use the Xbox One, which I've got set up right back there. You might have seen footage from it in a couple of my videos. Excuse me. I'm actually going to go ahead and switch games. I don't know what I'm going to play yet, but we're going to go ahead and have a black screen for a little bit. But really, I think Battle Royale genre should die. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea. PC Master Race, but Xbox, it's my thing. I've been familiar with the ecosystem for years at this point. So what water cooler do you recommend for someone who never tried it? Honestly, I would look at the Corsair H60 AIO. That's what I used to rock. Ooh, can I play Minecraft? You know what? We're going to go ahead and play Minecraft. Hold on. Black Ops 4 just launched. Uh-oh, spaghettos. I'm going to go ahead and task manager this bad boy. Or at least move on because we need better games instead of rushed battle royale games. I agree to an extent. But honestly, I'm just familiar with the Xbox ecosystem. I've tried PlayStation. I don't have a PlayStation 4. But when do you personally think it is okay to use a controller on PC? Like, what genre of games could a controller make more epic? Personally, I like single player games. Like I play Far Cry, COD Zombies. I actually play COD multiplayer with the controller as well, which puts me at a huge disadvantage. But I just prefer a controller because, like I said, I've literally been using double joystick controller, yeah, and platformers now that Backspace Studios is bringing it up. But I've just been familiar with this format for, man, when did I get my Xbox? Back in like 4th grade. So I've been familiar with it for quite a while. Platformer controller, when that's when I use it. Yeah, that makes sense as well. What got you into PC gaming? Honestly, it was my friends. So back in my freshman year of high school, I moved from California out here to Illinois. I used to live out in Illinois. We moved out because my dad got a job for Intel, and then when I moved back, I met a couple of kids that people would consider nerdy. And they started talking about PCs and started talking about their computers and their gaming setups. And man, do we want to play modded or do we want to play regular? We're going to play regular. But what got me into PC gaming was my friends, because they're like, dude, I play this on my PC. I have an i5, like fifth now. It was like an i5 40 something. And I'm like, dude, what's an i5? I'm like, it's a CPU. And I'm like, dope, I gotta figure all this out. And they're like, dude, we're gonna build you a gaming PC. And then Minecraft is booting up. And then about a year and a half later, I finally got, I'm gonna go ahead and lower the resolution down to 1080p, and then I'm gonna window mode it. So give me a second. No, why would I want to play this at 24 hertz? Okay. No, but, oh god, okay. Dope sauce. Give me a second, I'm trying to, Minecraft. Yeah, give me a second. Let me go ahead and get Minecraft to actually fit in the window. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let me know if there's any issues with that, but Minecraft is up and running. You know, we're gonna create a new world. We're gonna create a survival world. But I got my first PC build, and what was your first PC build? Actually, this might time perfectly. My first PC build was an FX 6300 and a Radeon R7 250 with 8 gigs of RAM. It honestly kind of sucked. Ooh, this isn't doing too well. What's going on? Oh. Can I join the Minecraft crusade? Do it. You won't. But my first PC build was that. It wasn't great because it was a first PC. Honestly, if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd rate it a 10 out of 10 just because, like I said, it was my first PC. But really, it was fine for what I wanted to use it for. I wanted to play Minecraft, COD World, or Custom Zombies, so basically stuff like that. And then from there, I upgraded my R7 250 to a 1050 Ti. I started this YouTube channel, and then I upgraded from there to an i3 8100, then to an i3 8350K 1060 rig, 32 gigs of RAM. And then I upgraded recently to a 1070, and then I upgraded my i3 8350K to an i5 9600K, and then the 1080. So yeah, that is really beautiful. I kind of want to build a house over here. This is dope sauce. But yeah, it's the stereotypical thing, I would say. But yeah. What were the parts in your first PC? I already went over that. And is water wet? I hate you. I hate you so much, Camouflage Chicken. Water is very wet. And then the next question is, I know that you like Intel more than AMD, but what exactly is your opinion on the Ryzen chips? I think they're good. I'm trying to think of the way I was going to word this. because I went over these questions in my head before I started streaming. I'm trying to think of the way I was wording this, but they're good for like cheaper, kind of more inexpensive builds. I personally am not a big fan of it because, like you pointed out, I am an Intel fanboy, or I consider myself to be an Intel and NVIDIA fanboy. But I think they're good chips. I mean, you get what you pay for. Obviously, 6-core 12-thread AMD chip isn't going to outmatch a Intel 6-core 12-thread chip, in like the case of like the i7s and the Ryzen 5s. But they're good for moderate gaming and moderate editing and light workloads and stuff like that. What's your favorite color? Actually, it's green, and it's kind of ironic because it's the NVIDIA green kind of shade. But what is your favorite food and why? Mac and cheese. Just because I've always eaten mac and cheese. Like ever since I was a kid, it was like, oh, what are we having for dinner? Oh, we're having mac and cheese, and it was like a delicacy in my house. But I just eat a lot of mac and cheese also because I'm fat. And yeah. And what is your favorite single player game? Followed up by what is your favorite multiplayer game? My favorite single player game is probably Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombie Mode, just because I really enjoy just like the survival kind of horde where the only thing that's getting you up higher is your skill. It's not for everyone. I've been playing COD Zombies ever since I was like back in like 4th grade, I think. That was when I first got into it. But it's, man, this is really chugging because OBS is just like, yo fam. And Chrome is just like, yeah, about RAM. Excuse me. But water isn't wet. Fight me. You can legitimately fight me. Oh, I forgot they added slammin'. Bro, it's a salmon. I haven't seen a salmon yet. I haven't played Minecraft since like 1.4. Like literally like 1.4.2 I think was the last version I legitimately played. And since then I haven't touched Minecraft barely at all. But followed up by what is your favorite multiplayer game? Probably Battlefield 1, just because I really liked that game. I don't particularly know why. I think it was just because it was the World War I setting because I'm a geek for history. But probably Battlefield 1 would be my favorite multiplayer game. And what is your favorite Intel generation? Mine is the 4th. Probably the 8th generation, just because it was the first like big step that it was the first big step that Intel took for changing up the what is this? Bro, this is cheating. But remember back in the day when you had to literally dude, Minecraft. Oh, it's changed so much. Back in the day, you literally had to memorize everything. But now it's just like, nope, it's all looking up the tried and true formula, I guess is the proper word. Search up Minecraft Risoes. I will after the stream. I'm not going to on stream because I don't want to get a hey apple pulled on me. And what's your favorite temperature for indoors, outdoors? Probably the mid-70s. I like it when it's chillier, which is, I don't know the conversion to Celsius right off the top of my head, but oh god, Minecraft has changed so much. I'm sorry. Favorite? I'm more of a chilly boy. But yeah, it's I don't know. I just like it when it's chillier. And what is your favorite game soundtrack? Probably the Black Ops 2 Origins soundtrack, which sounds really geeky and really nerd. Oh, yo, there's mountains. Yo, dude, this is a good spawn location for Minecraft. Probably the Black Ops 2 Zombies soundtrack, just because I really used to like hardcore kind of music, and I like the emotional kind of, I guess, the despair in the music. God, I sound like I have depression right now. But I just like, I don't know, I just like it. Where do you live? I live in Illinois, which if you, here, let me go ahead and pull up a thing for those of you who Let me go ahead and pull up a map. Nope, 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 nope. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Let me pull up a picture of Illinois real quick. What's your social security number? 69, 69, 420, 69. But I live in Illinois. I don't know if I'm at liberty to say specifically where, but let's just say Northern Illinois, because I also don't want people just randomly sending me stuff, because that would be weird. And what is your favorite fast food restaurant? Probably Culver's, which is like a super Midwestern thing, or Noodles and Company, which for those of you who aren't in the US, which I'm assuming, at least from my Discord population, a large percentage of my followers and my following base are not from the US, but if you know what Noodles and Company is, it's basically like fast food noodles. And I really like it. It's expensive, but it's fun because me and the female enjoy going there. I am new to system building. What type of motherboard should I choose, or should I go about choosing, or how should I go about choosing a motherboard? Honestly, your motherboard, US gang, but honestly, your motherboard doesn't matter as much as you probably think. Like, you shouldn't just cheap out and get like the $20 Bitcoin one where it's got like 20 PCIe, like 4x slots or whatever. But if you're going for a relatively inexpensive, I would go for AM4, just because you get access to the Ryzen chips, and Ryzen is probably the... Oh wait, these things drop sticks now? Yo, this is so weird, because I haven't been in Minecraft in such a long time. God bless America. America, for happy 4th of July, buds. Yes, geez, I had a huge voice crack. Wow, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh no, sorry, AM4 motherboards. If you want to go for more of a performance build, I would go with the Z390. Imperial system sucks. Bet. Fight me. Okay, let's go. Let's go, Boolean. But if you're going for power, I'd go for Intel. Z390 probably is one of the better options, but AM4 is definitely the way to go if you're new to PC building. Let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit. What type of music do you like? Honestly, I don't listen to music that much, which is ironic because I would consider myself a musician. Oh, I'm using my build for a Ryzen 5. Okay. Ryzen 5. I'm not too familiar with the AMD different chipsets, but if you're going new, I would go for a cheaper chipset. I'm trying to think of exactly what it is, but I'm not too familiar with AMD chipsets. Really, it doesn't particularly matter. And last question, what GPU should I choose? If you're pairing a Ryzen 5, I'd go for, if possible, a 1660 Ti or an RX 580, or I'd just go used. Wait for new chipsets because of the discounts. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that the new Ryzen chips are coming out. But yeah, honestly, like Backspace Studio says, I'd just wait. In music, I don't really listen to much music. Do you like to shower in the morning or at night? I am definitely a night shower, which is kind of weird, but I just don't like going to bed all sweaty and gross. It's just, I don't like it. I'm gonna go ahead and build a shovel, just so I can kind of excavate this. And if you could grow a beard, would you keep it? Probably. No one in my family can really grow facial hair, which kind of sucks because the female enjoys facial hair. Oh, I thought that was a zombie. The female enjoys facial hair, and I just like can't grow any. And even if I could, it's just like disgusting. But if I could, I would grow a beard, but I can't. Do you know llamas exist in Minecraft now? I heard about that. I know they do dolphins and polar bears, but they spit at you? Ew. Yeah, like I said, I haven't played Minecraft in such a long time. Let's scroll down a little bit. Marvel or DC? Probably Marvel. I just saw the new Spider-Man movie, and I thought it was pretty good. But other than that, I'm not really a superhero kind of guy, which is ironic because I just said, oh, Marvel. Oh, pandas. Yeah, I heard about pandas. They need to add koalas. Don't forget about that. No, okay, it seems like what they're doing with Minecraft is they're taking the mods that people made, like the Mo Creatures mod. Sorry, I'm really distracted. DC better comics, Marvel better movies. I could see that. I could see the argument for that. But other than that, I'm not really a. I am about to die, just to show you how bad I am at Minecraft. I thought I made a sword. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't. But yeah, I'm not really a superhero kind of guy, which is ironic. But what game are you ready / hoping for? Honestly, probably. I'm looking forward to Modern Warfare, the new COD reboot. Crap, I'm about to die. I'm wondering, what is the cheapest graphics card that does 60 plus FPS or with a budget of $70? Ooh, yeah, that's a good question. I'm trying to think. Honestly, I would look to buy used. Do I need to have Wi-Fi on the motherboard? You don't need it, but it's a nice thing to have. Not much for $70. Yeah, I would look on eBay and look for used RX 570s if possible. I'm not too familiar with buying super cheap cards just because I am not in the market to buying them. Like I said, I have a 1080, so I bought that used for $270, I think, $260. What are your PC specs? You need a Wi-Fi card or Ethernet. You don't need, like I said, you don't need a wireless, but it's a nice thing to have. Motherboard, how do I get it? Me personally, I don't have Wi-Fi on my motherboard actually. What I do is I have, oh geez, okay, dope sauce. I have a USB like wireless adapter sort of thing. Yeah, you can get an adapter. Yeah, I have a USB adapter, and it's all right. How much money are you making doing YouTube? I don't know if I'm at liberty to say, but basically nothing. I am doing this just because I enjoy doing it. It's not something I could support myself on. I work at Chick-fil-A and I work Chick-fil-A part-time minimum wage, and I make more there working 15 hours a week than I do in 2 months doing YouTube. So yeah. Next question is, what game were you disappointed by? I don't really know. To be honest, I'm not super disappointed by a lot of games just because I don't really get excited for games. I don't get super hype. I just don't get super hype for games. I'm looking forward to them, but I'm not really disappointed. If you work there, that means you're really nice. Nah, I wouldn't say that. Some of my coworkers are a little questionable. Which, not to knock anyone, if you are listening, if my manager is listening, I'm not talking about you, which I don't know why they would be listening because they don't know me personally. But I'm not really disappointed by a lot of games. If I had to choose one, probably Call of Duty Black Ops 4, just because I feel like Treyarch way under-delivered, but other than that, like I said, I don't particularly pay attention. I was disappointed by a Game of Life. It's full of bugs. I concur. Favorite gaming snack? Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I don't usually eat while I'm gaming just because it's weird, but I do enjoy a good Mountain Dew. I don't usually eat while I'm gaming just because I'm very oh, excuse me, that hit me really hard. Usually I just don't eat because I don't like getting greasy fingers, and I don't like when my motherboard is greasy or anything like that. Or not my motherboard, jeez, I'm an idiot. I don't like when anything of mine is just greasy. I don't like it when I'm greasy, so I don't usually eat Sponsored by Mountain Dew. Bro, I wish. Mountain Dew, if you want to send me cases of Mountain Dew, or Coke, if you want to send me cases of Mountain Dew, please go for it. I'm about to die again. I suck at Minecraft. Jeez, this is what you get. This is what you get, Jacob, for literally not playing Minecraft in 5 years. Were you a hide and seek or a tag kind of guy? Yeah, exactly. Why would your motherboard be covered in grease? That's why I went back and corrected myself. But when I was a kid, we played this game called Sardines. If you are familiar with Sardines, it's basically where one person or everyone goes and hides. Or no, what is it? No, okay. So one person goes and hides, and everyone else playing the game are seekers. And when you find the person, you don't call them out. You go and basically hide with them in their thing, which can get kind of interesting because if you like hide behind a couch, no one else can fit there. But it was a fun game. It was kind of a mix of the both. I enjoyed it. I swear to God. Fight me, creeper. The creeper's gonna steal all our stuff again. Yo, I can see the sun through the floor. Favorite sport, favorite team? It's a good question. I don't really follow sports, but if I had to pick, I would probably pick the Chicago Bears, just because it is something that is close to me. But yeah. Dream PC. Probably the PC I have now, just because I don't really see myself upgrading, because my PC is fine for what I want to do it now. I've got an i5 9600K GTX 1080, but if I had to pick something to upgrade, it would probably be my graphics card to something like an RTX 2080 or 2070, but I'm not planning on upgrading. That's just theoretical. What is the best hardware or PC deal you have ever purchased? Probably my 1080. I got it for $270, which is still a lot, but it's relative. What is that thing? Is that a zombie villager? Yo, dog, that means a village has got to be nearby. But yeah, my 1080 probably, or my i5 9600K. Because I got that for 180 because of a promotion. Are you in US or Canada? I am in the US. I am in the state known as Illinois. A zombie villager doesn't mean a zombie is nearby. I don't know. They randomly spawn sometimes. No, Illinois is in Canada. No, I'm in Illinois. If you guys want to know specifically, Chicago, Illinois, which is on Lake Michigan. It's northern Illinois. It is actually currently thunderstorming, so if my power just randomly gets knocked out, that's going to be fun. But can you make a video tutorial on how to overclock your mouse pad? I am having trouble. Is nose, of course. Favorite Minecraft parody? Definitely Fallen Kingdom. Like, oh, derp. Yo, what is up with all those mobs? Yo, dude, they're everywhere. Probably Fallen Kingdom. I've recently found a thing on Instagram. Yo, it's storming in Florida too. Yeah, dude, my girlfriend used to live in Florida, and I showed her the picture of like the frogs coming out of the toilet, and she was like, I was like, is this what happens in Florida? And she's like, no, we have alligators. And I'm like, oh, but. Favorite Minecraft parody? Probably Fallen Kingdom. I recently found a thing on Instagram of this dude posting Fallen Kingdom every single day, and I've been watching it. Do you have any pets? I indeed do. You just went on a rabbit hole. I have 3 guinea pigs. Here's one of them. This is Finley. We call her Brian, like Brian the dog from Family Guy. I've got 3 more of these bad boys, and then I've got 2 puppers. I used to have, I'm trying to think of what else I had. We used to have a crawfish. Night diamonds tonight. Heads up, you hear a sound, turn around and look up. Total shock fills your body. Oh no, I could never forget those eyes. Eyes, 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 eyes. God, I remember those. You muted your mic? Oh. Oh, am I good? Can you guys hear me? That's not you. Yo, can you hear me? I wasn't at my mic. Oh, okay. Dope. Yeah, no, I was away from my mic. But hello, camouflage chicken. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys another look at Brian, just because she's small. But yeah, no, I've just been. Oh yeah, yeah. Unmute, please. You might have muted the stream. If you're having issues, which I know you couldn't hear me. How tall are you? Brain is big. I am 6'2". I'm a 6'2", 18-year-old male Homo sapien. My guinea pig just peed on me, so thank you, Finley. But I'm 6'2". I'm relatively big. I want to go screw something up with this egg. Yo, they changed the egg texture. Why do they keep changing all these textures? Big man. Brain is big man. Heck yes. Favorite peripheral company? Mine is Logitech. Probably Corsair, just because I use Corsair. Bro, I'm 6'1" and 18. You have me beat. Camouflage chicken, fight me. Wherever you live, I don't care. You're gonna come to Chicago and we're gonna throw down at Soldier Field. But favorite peripheral company? Probably Corsair, just because they're quality products. And I am familiar with Corsair. What do you usually get at McDonald's? Or any fast food company, or Burger King or Chick-fil-A? Okay, I'm gonna first start off with McDonald's. Honestly, I don't eat a ton of McDonald's. I usually just get like a Big Mac, just because I'm a thick boy. But from like Burger King, usually I just get a cheeseburger. I used to love their chicken nuggets, but not so much anymore. Okay, that's cool, Finley. Brian. Okay, that's cool. But Burger King, just like a thing. Okay. Sorry, she's freaking out. Yes, Big Mac, the thick Mac. But then from Chick-fil-A, I get free food on my shift if I work a certain amount of hours. I usually don't take it just because it gets taken out of my paycheck, and I'd rather have the $7 than a chicken sandwich. But that's cool. Just freak out. That's the same with me. I loved their nugs when I was little. Now I hate them. Yeah, I don't know what it is. They just don't taste right anymore. Same thing with McDonald's. Like, I've had McDonald's chicken nuggets. What mouse and keyboard are you using right now? I am using a Corsair keyboard, RGB. I'm using a Logitech mouse, which is ironic because I know I just said I like Corsair, but Logitech mouse, I needed a new mouse. I was upgrading basically everything else. Here you go. You can just chill there for now. Remember when you have 10 million subs and you're rich? I will do Ru Wang. I think that's how you pronounce your name. Sorry if it's not. Bro, you need to try the double quarter pounder. Dude, I want to try. There's this place that by me called J-Town, and they make something called the Belt Buster, which is 6 cheeseburgers like stacked up on top of each other, and I got it and I went to my friend's house. That was terrible. Like, it tasted really good and it was really fun to eat, but I'm actually gonna take you off because I feel like you're falling. But when I eat too much, or sorry, when I don't eat enough and when I eat too much, I get sick. So yeah, plus like fast food nowadays makes me sick, especially because I think it's just the grease. Like that and like greasy pizza make me sick. I don't know why. But Yeah, I work at Chick-fil-A, and yeah, their food's all right. From McDonald's, oh, the double quarter pounder, I will try that. I might actually go out for lunch later and try that. I live in Canada, and I have this new food in McDonald's called fish and chips. Do you have that where you live? No. We have the cod sandwich, but that's seasonal. Um, we don't have fish and chips. That's like a very British. Thank you, Finley. That's a very British thing. I will be right back. Steak and Shake has a 7x7 burger. It's off the menu, but it's 7 patties. It's an off the menu thing. It's 7 patties, 7 slices of cheese, and costs 7.77. Bro, no. No. So Culver's, which is a very Midwestern U.S. thing, they don't tell you can do this, but my friend was like, dude, yeah, for my meal, because you get like greasy steak, gave me food poisoning, rip. But you can basically customize your burger however you want. And my friend, for his break, he gets like $8 of food or something like that for his break when he works more than a 5-hour shift. And he got a double quarter pounder from Culver's, and he put 8 patties on it. And because it cost 50 cents every time, it was $4 for the burger and 50 cents for every additional patty. So he just like yeeted out. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this bad boy away. I'll be right back. Dope sauce. Next AMA question is 2700X or 8700K. Probably the 8700K, just because I'm an Intel fanboy. Do you live with your parents or guardians, or live alone? I currently live with my parents. I'm moving down to West Lafayette in like literally like a month to go to Purdue University. Have you ever tried poutine? I don't know what that is. Let me look it up. Oh yeah, I've had this before. Yeah, French fries, cheese curds topped with brown gravy. Oh yeah, I've had this before. It's really good. Maybe not for everyone, but it's good. How do you pronounce it? Because I don't know. Monster. You pronounced it wrong, monster. Sorry, I don't speak French. Ich spreche Dutch. If anyone speaks German, you want to just type something in German, I could probably translate it for you. But I can't run because I'm out of stamina. But yeah, back to the 8700K. Probably 8700K just because I'm an Intel fanboy. My dream CPU is the 8700K, lol. And that is all of the AMA topics. Poutine, it's pronounced poutine. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't speak French. I speak German and English, and I'm very American. If it's not English and it's not deep fried, I don't know what it is. But what else should I play other than Minecraft? You guys got any other suggestions? Holden Flammenwerfer. Hans, bekommen Sie die Flammenwerfer. I wanted to take German, but my school didn't have it. I tried to learn it by myself, but I gave up. Yeah, German, it's actually not terrible. You tried Whataburger or In-N-Out, if they're so good? I've had In-N-Out before. I used to live in California, and in California, In-N-Out is very popular. It's really good. I really like their food. I really like their shakes. But Wolfenstein 2, we are German themed now. Pronounce the O like you say poo, but don't stretch. Poutine? I don't know. What do you think is better, RTX 2060 or 1080 non-TI version? If you want to go for a value play nowadays, probably the 1080. Ich spreche kein Deutsch, aber es sind 70% meiner entschieden Zugehörigkeit. Yeah, dope sauce. Yeah, I haven't spoken German in Oh my god. Price or performance? Personally for me, I like performance, but a lot of people like price. Definitely I would buy used though. Uh, Obviously you don't want to buy like a 1080 that's like water damaged. But yeah, it depends. Like you said, Backspace Studio, like you said. Let me go ahead and launch this game, and I will. Do you play any instruments? Yes, I am a drummer. Um, I these are just these practice sticks. They're called chop outs. The 2060 Super though, it's pretty neat. I agree. But yeah, I'm a drummer. I was a percussionist for my school's quad line. Let me actually try to pull up a video once this game finishes loading up. But yeah, I was on my school's quad line for my junior through senior year. Then my freshman year, I was also on quads, but that was in California, and I sucked at them. This year, they're pretty all right. I was thinking about trying out for a DCI group. I auditioned for a WGI group last season, got cut because I am not good. But yeah, I'm a percussionist. It's my thing. I just enjoy it. Let me go ahead and sorry if you're leaving messages. I am trying to switch this so I can see both the messages and let me go ahead. We're gonna be doping. We're gonna be booling out to some Black Ops 3s. Marching season is starting back up at my school. Yeah, I miss marching season. I'm doing marching band at Purdue, but still, it sucks because I'm gonna miss it. And when is the RTX 2060 Founders Edition on Amazon, or is there even one coming out? Oh, I've talked to an associate somewhere, and they said that basically how it works is NVIDIA does very limited runs. They do limited runs because they're quote unquote cheaper, even though they charge more for them now. But they do limited runs, and once they're sold out of 2060s, 2070s, 2080s, 2080 Ti's, they're done. Unfortunately, I wanted to buy a 2070 Founders Edition, but NVIDIA, I went onto NVIDIA's website and they're like, sorry, we're out. I'm like, okay, well, when can I expect them to be restocked? They're limited edition. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, the 2060 Super, if you want to buy a Founders Edition of those, I guarantee you you can probably find one now, honestly. I'd look on NVIDIA's website if you're looking for Founders Editions, but the reason that the 2080 and the 2080 Ti's, like 2070 Founders Editions last longer is because they're expensive, so not as many people want them. Jayesh Gaikner, sorry, I cannot pronounce that, says hi with two eyes, and I say hi. You can still, but it on Amazon, I checked like yesterday, buy the Founders. Yeah, I mean, you can still find them, but they're like, if you try to buy like them new, like any Founders Edition card, if you try to buy them new, you're just gonna get honestly, you're just gonna get shafted. Because like I was looking at a Founders Edition card. I was looking at a Founders Edition 1080 Ti like a month ago, and new out of the box, $1,300, and that's, you have to buy them secondhand now because they don't sell them anymore. I was also looking at a GTX 970, and the reason I like the Founders Edition cards, and the reason I prefer to review Founders Edition cards, is because that is NVIDIA's like vision for the card. That's why I like reviewing reference designs, because that is literally like AMD's or NVIDIA's vision for the card. So I like doing that. But I was looking for a Founders Edition 970, like $200, and it's like, dude, this card's not worth $200. Like, sure, it's a decent card, but it's not worth that much money. Any good deals you think are going to be put on Prime Day? Probably for CPUs and stuff, because I know Intel and AMD are trying to push their CPUs. Excuse me. I know that Best Buy, excuse me, if you have them, is doing a huge sale on i5 9600Ks and i7 8700Ks. At the Best Buy, about 20 minutes away from me, I found an 8700K for $224, which is a steal. But I just didn't get it because I didn't want to spend money on something I just upgraded. The new CPU releases, I think that the older gen Ryzen's are going to be put up. Maybe the 8th gen Coffee Lake CPUs. I don't think they're going to discount the 9th gen just because it's still new. Is there a mod loaded? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. But I feel like the 1st and 2nd gen Ryzen's are really going to be put on sale just so that AMD can try to clear stock. What do you think about the new AMD cards? I hope you're talking about the ones that look like Linus Tech Tips dropped it. Honestly, I hate how it looks. God, it just looks so stupid. But excuse me. I hate how it looks, but we'll have to wait until the 9th to figure it out. Honestly, for all my preliminary research, I use Digital Foundry. And if you can't tell, like based on my style, I imitate Digital Foundry a little bit. Yeah, AMD cards are so ugly. Yeah, it's an unfortunate truth. But it's a graphics card. You get what you pay for. It's whatever. But too bad FreeSync is cheap. Yeah, it's God. I know Nvidia, didn't they just recently open up so they support that standard now? Because I know FreeSync is an open source standard, and G-Sync is a proprietary one. Debated Nvidia to have lower prices just to lower their prices more. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. That's definitely not bad. To be honest, I really kind of like what AMD is doing with the pricing. I think that maybe they're a little too cheap. And then this is, what do you think about AMD CPUs? Honestly, I think they're all right. They're all right for gaming. For what I need to use them for, they're not what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, I'm not saying, oh no, I'm not saying that's bad. Yeah, no, I totally get it, Camouflage Chicken. It's not bad. It's just a different approach that we just haven't, it's just a different approach than how they usually do, because usually they don't cut prices, they just spec up their chips. Some NVIDIA cards support FreeSync monitors. Yeah, but they're very specific. Like the 1080 that I have now supports FreeSync, and my monitor is actually a FreeSync monitor, and it's really nice because I can use the refresh rate counter in the upper left-hand corner at consoles, because I can set it to FreeSync, and if I want to do console frame rate analysis, I can just boot up FreeSync on my Xbox One, and it'll give me basically the frame rate in the upper left-hand corner, even though it's the refresh rate, but it's still, you know what I mean. But I just wish that NVIDIA would support it, because if you're a true NVIDIA fan, if you like NVIDIA, you're going to buy a G-Sync monitor, so I don't know why they just don't support it. Do you think there will be monitor deals on Prime Day? Yeah, I think there will be. Maybe not for like these 4K, 8K monitors that they just came out with, but maybe for like 1080p, because I mean 1080p is still great for gaming, even though I game at 4K. It's fine. I think 1080p, maybe 900p monitors are going to be dirt cheap, just because they're trying to clear stock. They're trying to move everything, because I know how this retailing stuff works a little bit. I'm not a professional, but I know that they use Prime Day as a way to basically move stock and cut their losses on things that they don't want to keep. But I think stuff that a lot of people aren't looking for might see a reduction. I want a 1080p. I want a 1080 or at 240 or 144 hertz, depending on the price. Yeah, I mean, the only problem is that the only reason I don't like high refresh rate monitors is because if you drop below 144 FPS or 144 hertz, or God, hold up, I gotta find a calculator. If you fall under the 6.9 millisecond render budget, it just destroys how it looks. And honestly, I just prefer 60 because you don't need to spend as much money to get that on that. But yeah, it's up to personal preference. But if I was going to, I'd do 120 hertz just because it's a nice round number. It's something that works with something that, or the things that I need to use my computer for. It just works well with recording and frame capture and all this other stuff. But also, let me know what you guys think about doing more software related videos, because I've been trying to do more like the CPU power thing. There was a little bit of hardware in there, but I really kind of want to move a little bit into software. 1440p at 144 hertz. Yeah, I'm making a fairly high-spec PC, so it should be okay. Yeah, you're fine. I'm just saying, if you want to make money on YouTube, get some ads in your vid, like at the start of the vids, and depending on your views, you'll probably make like 5 to 20 bucks. Yeah, it's the thing is that I'm not at the size yet where I can get those types of ads, like the Linus Tech Tip ads, where they're like, this video was sponsored by Logitech. The new Logitech keyboard M5 whatever is the best gaming keyboard. Like, I'm not that big, which whatever. I'll get there eventually. When you have to worry about food and can't afford anything more than an i5 2400 and 750 Ti, that's me. Bonus in that case. My case is bonus is that my case is broken. Photoshop I would watch in Premiere Cut Pro. Yeah. No, but it's, I don't know, it's, just let me know what you guys think about the content flow, because I've tried switching up my content a little bit. I've got a really in-depth hardware thing planned. I don't know if anyone is going to watch it because it's going to be super, super in-depth about the Pascal architecture and why it's better than Maxwell and the drawbacks it has when compared to Turing. What software do you have in mind? I mean, just like, what I mean by software is not like making tutorials on Photoshop or anything. I primarily mean like talking about games and oh, this game's graphical effects are improved over this, or looking at like, oh, this is the feature set of this graphics API or whatever. What's your dream PC? Honestly, probably the one I have now, which is my i5 9600K build. And it's got a GTX 1080. It's perfect for 1440p gaming. It's excellent for 1080p gaming. 4K, maybe not so much. I probably have to upgrade that a little bit. Upgrade my GPU a little bit for 4K. But it's a great PC. I love it so much. But yeah, just, I don't know. Just let me know what you guys think about content, what you guys want to see from me, because it's, I can only review the 1050 Ti so many times. Yeah. Sad thing about this genre is that if you want views, you need to buy all the new releases and review them to stay relevant. Yeah. Which, that's honestly what most of my income is. That's honestly what most of my income from YouTube is going towards, is saving up to buy these big purchases, because I want to review the super cards. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, though, because I kind of want to make a video and talk about, I'm not trying to crap on AMD or anything, but I think that they should have just called it the 2060 Ti or the 2070 Ti. They shouldn't have done all this confusing, oh, it's the 2060 Super, and it's basically a 2070. It's just, I kind of just want to call NVIDIA out on the supers, but it's whatever. But yeah, it's a tough one. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, is that I like doing the theoretical stuff and talking about like, oh, this is this hardware's theoretical capability, and this is how this compares to this, and like this is an L2 cache optimization or something. I like talking about that kind of stuff. That's why I'm going into computer engineering and probably electrical engineering. Not 100% sure, because I like working on this stuff. I have a legitimate passion, and I like this stuff because I think it's cool. I like the technological aspect behind things. I don't do it because I want to make a ton of money off of it. I just do it because I like doing it. I would do this for free, honestly. I might not be able to afford any of the stuff I want to do with the channel, but I do it for free. What's a good price for an aftermarket 1066 gig? I actually just sold my 1060 for $120, which is really cheap. I like coding. Yeah, I do too. I used to be really into coding in Java when I was in my computer science class, or do Linux tech tips, or do a Linus tech tips and thing where you do random PC stuff that is very clickbaity, or like Joey DeLongo PC builds or Delegato. Yeah, I want to do stuff like that a little bit, but not as much. I don't like doing clickbait. I don't know why. It just like I could make $1,000 from a clickbait video, but I wouldn't feel good about making it. I just don't know. I say you should be more creative for your video ideas and do more stuff on videos that you think is more important. Yeah, it's the thing is though with that is that it's a fine balancing act between having to buy new hardware and having to basically all this stuff costs money, which is it's frustrating. And I don't have an investment pool. I don't have investors. I don't have anything else. But yeah, it's the only way. Embrace cringe. I know, but I don't have an investor pool or anything. Oh God, I forgot this dude existed. The pans are sold at. Dude, go and eat a chicken. There you go. Dope sauce. But I don't know. I just don't like making clickbaity stuff. It feels wrong. I'm not trying to get on like the moral high ground and say I am better than you, but that's really cool. I don't know, it just looks really cool. But I don't know. It just makes me feel all gross, and I don't like it. And I have tried making a couple clickbaity things, and reaction was very poor. Invest in Proceu stonks. Honestly, I'm thinking about starting a business just so I can have an investor pool, or just so I can have a way to basically get this off the ground. Which stinks, but invest in Proceu. Hey guys, I'm looking for investors. If you want to give me $3, I will take $3. But yeah, no, the thing is that until I get to the size where I can actually get these hardware deals, yeah, I'd say a little clickbait every now and then would be acceptable. Yeah, like I said, I just don't feel right making that kind of stuff. Just trust the process. Yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's not a big deal, to be honest. But no, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ways to I don't know, just trying to think of ways to expand the channel. Anyways, just wanted to stop by and say, hey, I'm a head out later, gamers. See a most oppressed group of all. See a camouflage chicken. McChick. Yeah, when your manager at Chick-fil-A hits you with the, if you touch the chick, God will smite you. And you're like, okay, Peter. I respect your decision to make non-clickbait, but you also could try writing titles, like maybe doing a video on optimization and new games and stuff. I bought every RTX Titan in the world, not clickbait, on sexual cops called. Later gamers rise up. Hold on, let me try and read that comment again. I respect your decision to make non-clickbait, but you could also try writing trends, like maybe doing a video on optimization on new games and stuff. Yeah, I was thinking about that. That's possible. But really, it's just about what I want to make, what I have the drive to do. But I don't know, like I'm trying to make, what is the time for you, by the way? It is 2:44 p.m. So it is later in the day, but I probably will end up going and doing something with L female later. It's 12:43 a.m. Anything to get on recommended. Yeah, no, I get it. I totally get it, Warp Nugget. I'm thinking about doing a super review, or not like a review, but like an analysis. Do you like the Mountain Dew Game Fuel? I haven't tried it. 12:44 now. The original red one. But no, I'm thinking about doing a kind of like, not necessarily an attack, but like a NVIDIA, what are you doing with the super cards? Similar, I don't know. But also your top 10 lists are how I found you, so definitely keep it going. Yeah, definitely. I'm thinking about doing those, but at the end of the day, there's only so many of those I can do before it's just like, okay. Which, I mean, I enjoy doing them, but at the end of the day, it's like there's only so many budget 1080p focused cards and just stuff like that. Top techs. if I requested a refund on Steam and my bucks are pending, it's where ticket said I received the money. Will I get it? Will I get it? At 0. Top 10 types of solder. Hey guys, we're going to be reviewing the Debauer liquid metal. They just released the super cards because AMD released the new cards. Yeah, I know. And AMD cut prices on the RX 5700 line, which is super ironic. But 10, hey guys, so today we're going to be reviewing this copper solder. I put it on my motherboard, and yeah, my motherboard doesn't work anymore. So yeah, this is absolute dope sauce. But I kind of want to get the liquid metal and put that on my 1080 just to see like what happens, even though it's like really expensive. But yeah, I'm trying to think of things to review, and it's like literally, like, I'm not joking, like the hardest part about you doing YouTube is coming up with topics. It's not writing the videos, writing the scripts, because once I'm in the zone for writing a script, I am in the zone. But coming up with topics is what really gets me. Top 10 SSDs, you could do any PC components and it would get views. Yeah, that's true. Should talk more about the new PS5 and new Xbox. Yeah, I tried doing that, but it just didn't seem to catch on. I really like talking about specs of consoles just because I find it interesting to see what developers can pull out of the consoles and out of like these really kind of stagnant chips. But it just doesn't. Today we were reviewing the top 240p card. Number 1, a literal trash can. Joke's on you guys, my toaster. Should talk, yeah, no, but I'm thinking about doing another, like a what do you need for 4K video, just because I know a lot of people are trying to get into 4K and they're just like, dude, why isn't my 1050 Ti running 4K medium settings? And it's like, if you had cash, you could do a PS4 killer PC build or something. I actually have something planned about that. I am building a PC for my girlfriend right now, just because she needs like a little general office, like she wants to play Sims and Minecraft on it. But I'm thinking about running a few benchmarks on it before she comes over and picks it up in like a week or two, just so I can see what's going on. And I got the idea from the Potato Masher series from Jerem Gaming, I think that's what it was, I don't know. But it's got an i5 750, probably going to overclock it to like 3 gigahertz or something. 1050 Ti, 8 gigs of RAM. I live in Surrey, where Linus Media Group's office is. Oh, isn't that in British Columbia? I feel so cool. Dude, I should go make a video about Linus Tech Tips, just like, hi, I am in Surrey, British Columbia. I would run 4K, but in FPS games I need frames, so I'm not looking to buy, yeah, and go broke, you know, yeah. I get it. Why would you go with the 1050 Ti when the RX 570 is better? Honestly, exactly, that's my exact point. That's why I guess that's why I made that 1050 Ti review video back like a couple months ago, was just to be like, yeah, don't buy the 1050 Ti. Oh yeah, Linus, please adopt me. But no, I don't think that budget NVIDIA cards are all that good, which sucks because I love NVIDIA. But I gotta say it, NVIDIA's budget cards are hot garbage. Like, they're not terrible. If you want to play like 900p games, buy a, what is it? Buy a 1050 Ti if you want to play at 900p. But if you're looking to play like at decent settings at a reasonable resolution, NVIDIA doesn't really offer anything. Just email them and say, hey, want to collab? Easy. Yeah, Linus Tech Tips would like laugh at me. I've gotten a couple collaboration offers from much smaller channels, and unfortunately, I have had to turn them down. And I feel like such a jerk. But our visions just weren't the same. Which, whatever, creative differences. But stream. By the way, how is the stream looking? Is it like really chunky, or does it look fine? I'm just curious because I'm like half watching the stream, half not. Oh, you know, it would be helpful if I wasn't watching the stream as well. No, it's fine. Okay, that's good. But no, I don't know. I'm trying to think of topics to cover. But tell me what you guys actually think of the it's smooth, just wish I could see more borders. The more the borders are a bit large. Okay, I'll work on that next stream. Yeah. I stop by Linus's office and say I'm a really huge fan. Do you think he will give me his $1 million PC? I don't know. That's a good question. But dude, Linus Tech Tips, he does some interesting stuff. Because he's like, hey guys, we're going to be building a Fortnite rig, but we're going to put an i9 9900K and we're going to put quad SLI Titan RTXs. It's like, bro, you don't need that. But I mean, whatever. He's Linus Tech Tips. Like literally, like his entire channel is just built on shock value. He's like, oh yeah, what happens if we touch a computer while it's running? It's like, it breaks. Whoa. Whatever. It doesn't particularly matter. The RX cards are the best budget GPUs. The RX 588 gig is like the 1066 gig, but just a little bit cheaper. I agree. I completely agree. I feel like AMD with the Polaris generation of cards really found their footing. I'm a head out. Peace, everyone. See ya, Baj. But I feel like with the Polaris GPUs, AMD really found their footing in the budget graphics market, and they really found a niche that works for them. Because NVIDIA is going to have the performance advantage. Like, no joke, like a completely unlocked Pascal chip absolutely dominates a completely unlocked Vega chip. Which, whatever, it's also kind of funny because Vega is built on a smaller production node. Like it's funny, it took them over 1 terabyte per second of memory bandwidth, basically 128 more processing threads to be able to equal a 1080 Ti, which a decent alternative. Maybe not the best, but it'll get you done in a snap. Romana PNL says hi, and I say hello. We buenos. V Gates. V Gates heute. Sprechen wir Deutsch? Oder nein? I feel like the Panzer is on me. So I haven't built my PC yet, but I was originally going to get an i5 9600K with an RTX 2060 for 1080p gaming. But now AMD is looking better for the CPU with the next gen, and NVIDIA Super is a thing, so rip. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I would say the RTX 2060 Super is a great 1440p card. Like even just the base 2060 is a great 1440p card. But the i5 9600K is honestly, I'd go for it. I have a 9600K just because I need 6 threads for my editing software, and it just makes my life a quadrillion times easier because I don't have to wait. Because I use DaVinci Resolve and it's interesting. But I don't know, it's really hard because the new Ryzen chips look kind of good. I'm probably not going to pick one up. I might test a couple out. If someone from AMD is listening and you want to hit me up with a Ryzen 3000 review kit, even though it's really late, you're more than welcome to. Which graphics card is best on a budget? Is best budget? Probably the RX 570. I know I sound like I'm just sucking off AMD, but definitely the RX 570 is the best card for 1080p console settings, maybe even high settings. It's a great card. I have $140 and want to buy a new graphics card, but I don't know which one I get. I play Fortnite and I now have the GTX 660. Bleh. Go for an RX 570. Or if possible, look for an RX 580 or a GTX 1060 because I know you can buy those for like 120 bucks. But yo, there's not even a camo. Walter's absolute unit. Go for an RX 570. That's probably the best card for the price that you can currently buy. Yo, it's full auto. This is dope sauce. Are you sponsored by it? By AMD? No, I'm not. I'm not sponsored by any of the big tech companies. Which GPU do you have? I have a GTX 1080. Currently, I'm running this in windowed at 1440p. Don't cringe, but I play Fortnite competitively and I want more FPS, so RTX is just the right amount of overkill. Pfft. Dude, no, my friend built a CSGO Fortnite machine with an i7-8700K, 64 gigs of RAM, and an RTX 2080. And he plays CSGO and Fortnite. And I was literally like, Speeve, what are you doing? Nah. No, honestly, in order to play Fortnite, you literally could play it on a toaster. Like, Fortnite is... Like, I get if you play it competitively, but, like, 1080 seems good enough. Oh, yeah. 1080. Wasteful. Is RX 570, sorry, good enough for Fortnite? Oh, yeah, definitely. You could honestly probably play almost every single game that's currently available at 1080p medium to high settings on an RX 570. I need those frames in box fights. True dat. Dude, you need like 6,000 FPS. I just feel like I need more RAM because I run in single channel. Yeah, that's definitely would help. How much are you running in single channel? Because running in single channel, even if you have like 64 gigs in single channel, it still destroys CPU bandwidth. You can play Fortnite on a phone, keep that in mind. Yeah, that's true. But it runs like hot garbage on my phone. I don't know why, it does. I tried to make a video on it. Is there a big difference between 1070 and 1060? Yeah, definitely. I used to have a 1060. Oh, you have 8 gigs in single, sorry about that. You have 8 gigs in single channel, I'd upgrade that to at least 12. Put like a second 4 gig stick in there or something. Why don't you play Fortnite? I just don't like the game. I don't like Fortnite. I was never really a big fan of it, which is ironic because back when like the Fortnite craze was going on, everyone was like, dude, you gotta play Fortnite. And I'm like, no, that's so stupid. And now the same people are like, dude, Fortnite is dumb. It's Minecraft. It's like, okay. But is there a big difference between 1070 and 1060? Definitely. I would say the 1070 is basically a completely maxed out 1080p 60 FPS. 1060 is more high settings 1080p. 1070 is also maybe some light 1440p gaming. But I'm currently working on a 1070 review, and I just painted my 1070 if you would like to take a look. I painted it to look like the Titan V, and I kind of like it. It looks kind of good. I enjoy it. But I wish SLI was really optimized so I could run 2 GTX 1060, the same as RTX 2060. Yeah, I do too. I honestly kind of wish I had bought a second 1070. I play Fortnite now with the lowest settings at 170 FPS with GTX 660. Yeah, I made a GTX 660 review. When was it? Kind of I thought it was a while ago. But it's not holding up too well. We'll leave it at that. I mean, it's not an awful card, because I don't really get to hear that from a lot of different people. I got a G4560 1063 gig. My budget is 100, and the i3-80-100 the best CPU? Probably, honestly. Or I'd go for an i3-9100F. My dad has 1070. Yeah, the 1070 is a great card. I loved my 1070 when I had it in my rig. I am boned. Cool. Won't lie, I'm yet to see the point of the GTX 1650. I completely agree. Maybe the 1650 Ti might be actually worth something. But honestly, the 1650 I think was kind of pointless. But that's just me. Even though I've been getting, someone literally went out of their way and emailed me on my 1650 Ti video. And he sent me an email to my business email, and he's like, "You are stupid. The 1650 is meant for people who have OEM machines." And I'm like, I'm aware of that. I'm talking about, yeah, I don't know. It's okay for Roblox. Dude, Roblox is God. I used to like play Roblox with my friend for the meme, and that was God. I'm running a laptop with an i5 8300H and a GTX 1050. It's perfect for 60 FPS gaming. Oh yeah, definitely. Even basically any quad core chip is perfect for 60 FPS gaming. And maybe that 1050, play Roblox next. I don't currently have it installed on my system. I wish I did, but I just don't have it installed. Won't lie, Roblox is pretty addictive. Yeah, God, my sister went through a Roblox craze. Like, when was this? Like a year or two ago? And now she's moved on to watching Minecraft videos, which is fine, but it's really weird because of how like the content has evolved. Because when I was younger, destroying infants is next level. Jesus, okay. No, because it's weird because like when I was watching Minecraft videos when I was really young, it was like the Nether portal, except it was with glowstone and water. And like people were like, "Dude, check this out. We're going to the mining dimension." And nowadays it's just like constantly people screaming. And it's like, oh. Do you think it would be a good idea of getting an R5 1600 and a cheap MOBO instead of the i8100 and 9100F? Definitely. That's definitely the better option. I'd go for that if I were you. But no, but just let me know what you guys have in your systems. Like I know Warp Nugget, I think it was him. How do I overclock my PC? If you have a laptop, I wouldn't even touch it, to be honest. But if you have a PC, you do it in your motherboard BIOS or download a tool called MSI Afterburner. Can you guys please send me your PC specs? I'm interested to see what you have. No, but I personally use Intel Extreme Tuning for my CPU overclocking. I currently have my 9600K at 4.8 gigahertz. I originally had it at 5, but then I wasn't comfortable with 1.38 volts, so I lowered it. But I used Intel tuning. If you have an Intel chip, Ryzen 3 2200G and RX 574 gig, 8 gigs of RAM. i7 8700 1050 Ti, 16 gigs of RAM. Definitely, man, it's super weird. Uh-oh. Okay. My RAM is quite trash. Single stick of 8 gig 2133 would be Intel. Be better because it's not as dependent on RAM speed as Ryzen. Honestly, if you're going for like a stock locked chip, single or RAM speed doesn't matter as much. If you're like in my case and you have your RAM overclocked to 2666 megahertz from a 2400 kit, that really helps memory bandwidth with overclocked chips. i7 1050 Ti GTX 8700. That was painful to read. I have an i7 1050 Ti and GTX 8700. God, that was painful. I have a desktop. Yeah, so you would do it in your motherboard BIOS. Or what I would do is download a secondary application. Can you give me a graphics card, please? I have desktop. I actually gave away an RX 480 like at the beginning of the year, and the person, I'm really happy because the person who I gave the card away to is using it for her son. She built him a gaming PC but didn't have a graphics card. So she's like, "Oh my god, I'm building a computer for my son, thank you." And I'm like, "Oh, that's nice." No, but I have like 32 gigs of like DDR3 and DDR4 just sitting in my bedroom right now. I wish I could put it in my system, but I can't. How do you know so much? Honestly, just practice. When I first started like this YouTube stuff, I didn't really know much. the way you just do it is just exposure. It's like with memorizing anything, memorizing specs. There's also a lot of patterns to things that you may not notice at first. It took me years to notice, but once you are basically a nerd and just sit there and read up on, oh, the Coffee Lake microarchitecture on Wikipedia, you catch up on a lot of things. But man, we are an hour and a half into the stream. I watch hours of YouTube because I'm building a PC. Yeah, I did that as well. I watched a ton of Linus Tech Tips Digital Foundry because I was like, what do I want to build? But unfortunately, yeah, my PC overheats very quickly. What can I do? Cooling. Very swag. Honestly, it could be because you don't have proper airflow in your case. I know that happened to me when I built my first PC because I was like, why is my FX 6300 hitting like 90C? And it was because I didn't have any fans on anything other than my CPU cooler and my graphics card. So if you have a smaller case, the way you can try to, I guess, help improve airflow is to cable manage. You don't want to just brute force cable managing. You just want to do it smartly, take your time, get stuff away from fans so that they have a more direct access to different components. But if you are looking for, if you want other things to do, yeah, thermal paste, airflow, that kind of stuff. Also, I would look at getting an AIO for your CPU. That's one of the easiest ways you can improve cooling, is to basically upgrade your cooler. And if it's your GPU overheating, the only thing you can realistically do is look at thermal paste, and also check out if you're thermal throttling, or not thermal throttling, sorry, check your fan speeds. That's the only other thing. Really, AIO. I mean, you can also do a like a Hyper 212 Evo. Those are pretty good. I am more of an AIO guy just because I have the money to spend on expensive stuff. I'm happy with my Ryzen 3 2200G, stays 30 to 35 C Celsius at about 45 ohm. That's really cold. Oh, are you? I hope you're using the stock cooler. Can you give me 2080 Ti overclocked edition RGB underglow? Bet. I'm actually thinking about modding my 1080 to include a little RGB strip. I now have a pretty small case. Yeah, the only thing that I would recommend is to either increase the amount of fans or try to improve airflow. Those are the only two things you really can do, which sucks. But yes, I've got the stock cooler XD, but I changed the thermal paste. I got a $10 one. The temp sound overclockable. That's actually not bad. We got someone attacking a Genoito. Yeah, honestly, if you're rocking 45C under load, I'd push that bad boy up. Even if you don't want to, I'd lock the core voltage to 1.3 and just let it do its thing. But I don't know what the part tolerance is for AMD stuff, because I know Intel under 1.35, you're pretty safe. Yo, I got that just in the nick of time. Yo, I don't have a 2080 Ti. If I did, Romana, I would probably be giving it away just because that would get me like 1 million subscribers. But I'm actually thinking about doing another giveaway. Can you please give me GPU? Unfortunately, no. I'm sorry. I might be doing another giveaway soon, so keep an eye out for that. My laptop runs 60 degrees on load, which is really good, but it sounds like a jet engine. Yeah, my 1080 is the exact same way. But my AI, with my H115 AIO, it's actually kind of funny because my CPU under load at 4.8 gigahertz never gets above 70C, which is actually pretty chilly for a GPU, or a CPU, sorry. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing another giveaway. I don't know. I want to upgrade my Ryzen 3 2200G when it appears. I'm waiting for the benchmarks. 3200G. Can I win? I don't know. It's random. Actually, you know what? I have an idea. Huh. AMD. I'm gonna have to talk to AMD. I'm gonna contact AMD next week and be like, yo, hit me up. I think it would be cool to give away a Ryzen build. Like a Ryzen and then a RX 5700. That'd be a nice giveaway, but I don't know. That's a lot of money. But is the Ryzen 3 3200G, is that real? My dad technically works for AMD. Oh, does he work for a contractor? My dad said that GeForce is the best. That's right. For gaming performance, and general compute, I would say that NVIDIA is stronger. If you want a cheap gaming card, AMD is probably a better option. But I just have GeForce or I have a 1080 just because I need the additional compute for video editing, and it's also just nice to have the extra power. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I still have my Mountain Dew. I forgot about this bad boy. Yo, this dude is gonna screw me up. I can hook you up with stuff, but if you are down to review, I'm your guy. Yeah, hit me up in my business email. It's on my channel for business inquiries. If you are interested in contacting or being in contact, let me know. Just because I am looking for things to do. Because I'm legitimately thinking about checking out the Ryzen 3s. The only thing I'm not happy about with the new Ryzen 3s is that I really wish they would make them 4-core 8-thread. Just because those chips don't exist in the wild anymore. Like Intel killed that off with the i7s last gen, or 2 gens ago. AMD killed that off by ending production of the Ryzen 5 1400. Sadly, that was a joke, but I'm a gamer and I have no control over this. Oof. Rip. That's kind of funny, but man, my jaw just like cracked. But until 8 months ago, I had some Sempron from 2006 GeForce 6150 with on PC. Joking. Yeet. This better be it. Of course, 1 gig of RAM. Dude, the family computer that we had that literally just died had an Athlon X264, integrated NVIDIA graphics, and 4 gigs of RAM, and I used to rock Minecraft on that thing, and that was the dream machine for years. Like, I used to literally just play Minecraft day in and day out on that bad boy. It was God. But I always wanted to know if LTT rig... I always wanted to go to the LTT rig reboot thing. I am unsure as to what that is. I think I've heard of it. They send people to the moon with a megabyte of data. Yeah, that's true. It's crazy how much processing power has come. Like, no joke, like, just my graphics card has more, or no, just my CPU is more spec'd out than the entirety of NASA's supercomputers back in the 60s. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's got more cache, which it could use as RAM. It's got more cores. It's clocked way faster. Oh yeah, the first digital storage. Yeah, I saw that. Are you talking about the paper they give you a new PC? Oh yeah, I've heard of that. It was like a house for 1 gigabyte. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, that stuff is crazy. I saw my grandpa's, I think it was there was like an old hard drive. It was an 80 gig hard drive, but it was huge. It was crazy. Just because like back in the day, like an 80 gig hard drive would cost you like $400 back in like the 80s, and it was like a regular just hard drive that was like this. It was meant for a laptop. And People paid $400 for it. It's crazy. And nowadays I can buy a 4 terabyte hard drive for like 80 bucks, which I am actually looking at more hard drive space. Yeah, I know it's crazy, Warp Nugget. It is cray cray. But if there's anything else you guys want to know, I'm going to be wrapping up the stream here in probably the next 10 minutes. So if there's anything else you want to say, and today with 400 bucks you can build a PC that can handle 1080p gaming. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's just on your desk. Yeah, I've just got. This is just a hard drive. This is a 256 gig hard drive that I've just got chilling on my desk. I've got a lot of tech stuff just sitting in my room. I've got RAM, graphics cards just sitting here. In conclusion, Fortnite. God, I'm not playing Fortnite. I'm not playing Fortnite on the stream. I'm not playing Fortnite. I don't even have it updated. I haven't updated it in like a year and a half. I just stid on my glasses. Dope sauce. Yeah, you probably shouldn't stand on your glasses. That sounds like a really bad idea. But I think I'm going to be wrapping this up in a minute. Unless you guys want to talk about something else. So I'm basically down. Now they're broken. Oh, yeah, I've stepped on my glasses before. Halloween 2 years ago, I just got new glasses, and I stepped on them, and they broke. Your PC isn't real if it doesn't have RGB. Change my mind. No, I agree. I'm kidding. No, I like RGB stuff just because it's nice and it looks expensive, but really it doesn't matter to me. What game is this? This is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. For those of you who are wondering, I was playing a mod. I was using the World War II weapons mod. I've got tons of other mods. Oh, we should play the Kermit mod. I don't have RGB in my computer. Hey, you don't need RGB to be a gamer. Well, that's just a thing now. Yeah, RGB is just it's RGB. It's whatever. Oh, is this the one where I do in my heads? Oh my god. Yo. What is this? Oh no. Yo. Oh, what did I just get myself? Oh. What did I just get myself into? You have to play this Kermit mode in the next live stream. Definitely. I just want to see what this looks like because I've downloaded this, but I never played it. Time to Kermit sewer slide. Hey guys, I'm Kermitting sewer slide. Okay, I'm just gonna check out this mod real quick because I've never played it. Does it do the hand model as well? Oh my, it does. Oh no. Yo. Yo, this looks terrible. Oh, is my shadow? Oh, my shadow is Kermit. Yo, I like how the eyes are coming out of the head. Like the Steel Series Arctic 5 and a Razer Huntsman keyboard and a Razer Basilisk keyboard. Nice. Play Minecraft next stream. Possibly. I should do Minecraft with booleans. No, it does not. Darn. Hot diggity darn. Hot dog. God, I haven't played Shadows of Evil in years. I don't remember how to do anything. I know you could get up from here. Well, I guess you still can. Nope, didn't work. The mod is a must play. This mod is a must play for next stream. Heck yeah. We were playing the Kermit mod. We were playing as Kermit. Oh, I just heard him say a voice quote and it's a Kermit quote. No. No, it's funny because my aunt is like obsessed with the Muppets and Kermit, and it's funny because this is just bringing back so many memories of Kermit. No. Okay, we're I've seen it all. I have officially seen it all. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream. It's been almost 2 hours since the stream started, which thanks for making this a pretty decent stream, even though we didn't have too many viewers. It was still entertaining. But if you guys did enjoy and you want to support me on Patreon to be able to afford giveaways and the RTX 2060 Super giveaway that I may or may not be planning, please consider joining my Patreon and helping to donate. We're going to go ahead and end on this note with Kermit, just holding an AK-47. Proceu, before you end your stream, the only advice I would have is I'd ask you to for different gameplay. Yeah, this is a super short notice stream. I just got this just because it was easy. And it's a fun game I enjoy playing, but I'm gonna play something else next time. I'm probably also just gonna show my browser and show things that are more relevant to streams. But still, if you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And if you are interested in joining the Patreon, the link is in the description. For as little as $1 a month, you can get special access to certain features. Like I am planning a new feature where if there is any possible merch in the pipeline, patrons automatically get access to it for free. And also there are going to be Patreon exclusive giveaways and stuff like that. But cheers, Warp Nugget. I will see you next time. I'll see you in the next video. But once again, just thanks for watching. If you guys are interested, please consider supporting my Patreon. Just basically leaving likes and watching my videos is support as well, because it helps me, I guess, feel better about these videos and helps motivate me to make more of these videos. But still, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.